Hello, my name is Jewel Parker, owner of the ParkerJai brand. Everyone calls me Jay. I love fashion, everything about fashion. So I have a fashion brand that I'm now combining from a faith-based aspect as well. So I've been into fashion, of course, all my life since I was a little girl, doodling and drawing the stick figures in the book. But I decided to make it an actual brand, the ParkerJai brand, in 2016. And I recently decided to combine the faith aspect of it, just being obedient to God within maybe like the last 3 years. But now I'm bringing it forth or making it public more so once I relaunched my brand this year, 2023. So ParkerJai is a faith and fashion brand that's centered around just how to remain modest and still make a statement and walk in your purpose. So like my motto for that is, standing out with purpose. We all have a purpose, and we all have a gift. We all have our lane. Mine's just so happens to be fashion. So I feel like that I'll be able to still reach the masses through the avenue of fashion, and still combining that with God and introducing God. I feel like it's super important for God to be the center of your life and everything else be an extension of God. So I've always been into fashion, like I said, since I was a little girl. So I can't say like it stemmed from anywhere. I just was that child that was interested in big, bold, bright colors and mixing polka dots with stripes. And like even in high school, I was that one that was like cutting up my hoodies and cutting up my jeans and sewing into polka dot patches and things like that. I actually wanted to go to fashion design school for like design and manufacturing, but my mom told me that I had to go to school for something that was guaranteed, which is why I never pursued it on an educational basis. But I don't necessarily think that you have to be formally trained in order to be able to speak on it. So yeah, when I was a little girl, I just got into fashion and it just stayed there. Like I've always had people come up to me and ask me about my fashion choices, what I have on, and like, oh, you always look so cute, asking for fashion advice. So it's definitely always been something I recognize about myself, and that others have recognized in me as well. So NoirByJai is my boutique page where it allows consumers to come and shop those modest pieces that I feel like aren't available right now. So I feel like you have either modesty, or you have people that feel like you the opposite extreme, and like they have to be revealing and they have to show their lady parts in order to still be fashionable. And NoirByJai is allowing you to be fashionably modest. So that's the tagline for my boutique, and it just allows you to still be covered up. Doesn't necessarily have to be overly covered up, like just from head to toe covered up, but still making sure that you're not giving the wrong impression with your body. It's more so the fashion is the forefront, and versus like your body. Okay. Well, that makes sense. So the shirt that I have on is NoirByJai. The pants are not, but I thought that this looked really cool together. So this is why I decided to pair this top. I do think it's really important that when you do have a brand, when you do have products, physical products, that you're always promoting your brand. So even if I'm not in NoirByJai from head to toe, I try to always wear NoirByJai in some sense, whether that's a piece of jewelry, whether that's a top, pants. Just so when people ask, like, that's a conversation piece, that's a conversation starter. I can like, oh, this is from my store. Like, let me tell you about it. Let me show you the page. So if you're in business and you do have a product-based business, you know, you always want to make sure that you're combining that with your everyday life. God is so important to me. I felt like I was raised in the church, as most Black families are, and that's just what it is. You know, I went to church by myself in high school and things like that, but I wasn't into God as I should have been. Once I got to college and I was living a certain lifestyle, I wasn't thinking about God, and I had this very divine connection and moment where God just had to show me that, listen, like, if you don't put me first, then this is what your life could be. And I asked them for confirmation, which I always tell people, listen, especially for the non-believers, like, you don't have to take my word for it. Just ask God to reveal himself to you personally. And that's exactly what happened. And just not even the tangible things, but just the inner peace that I have, the spirit that I have, the spirit that people can see in me. It's just so essential. It's so important. And I just can't do life without God. It's not something I want to do. I'm on Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. I'm trying to start a little YouTube. We'll see how it goes. But my brand page is ParkerJai, which is ParkerJai. And then my boutique page is NoirByJai, which is NoirByJai. And that's the same on Instagram and on TikTok. So NoirByJai is regular, but if on my ParkerJai page, it's an underscore behind my name. On TikTok, it's 2 underscores. Just to find my page specifically. And what's coming next is just, you know, just being more consistent with my brand, making sure that I'm promoting my store, and then also just making fashion, making faith the forefront, doing some collaborations. And I feel like it's so much more for you guys to see, and I can't wait for you guys to see it.